from 2009. The American Red Cross, they're already there to help, and we're joined now by Brian Sean, who's at the Disaster Command Post in Fargo. Now, Brian, thanks so much for joining us, and we want to find out how many volunteers are already stationed there now.
We're upwards of about 35 to 40 volunteers already, and we've been at that number for quite a long time just because of the flood preparations that have been taking place the last few weeks. You know, over the last few weeks, we've prepared 1.8 million sandbags, and certainly we've had to be on the scene to feed those folks along the way and make sure all the city, state, and federal support is here from the Red Cross.
Now, you mentioned you're helping right now with sandbag efforts, also feeding the people who are there to help. How's that response going to change when the river actually does crest? What are you going to be doing then?
Well, we'll still monitor and continue to monitor, working with our state and federal agencies and city agencies to determine where they're going to need mobile feeding throughout this 7-mile stretch of the Red River and Fargo-Moorhead, and all the way up to the North Dakota border as well, as the Red River flows north and continues to swell. But I think as we continue to go along, we'll continue to develop these contingency plans that we have in place should a disaster arise, and we can just spring into action at that point.
Now, what kind of needs is the Red Cross able to meet during flood disasters? What do you have the capacity to help with?
You know, if it came right down to it, obviously feeding, sheltering, and certainly clothing for folks in the interim time until certainly they can get back into their homes or get back and find a safe place to be. Those are the types of services we're willing to provide, ready to provide should the need arise.
Okay, now people are watching at home and they're saying, gosh, I wish I could do something to help these folks in the Fargo area. If people want to help, what can they do?
Well, certainly if they want to help out, going to redcross.org to get your flood preparation. And that's the biggest thing we're focusing on, is make sure you're prepared right now should a need arise for a flood. Have those disaster kits ready if you are asked to evacuate. But more than top of that, I think the most important thing is if you want to stop down and volunteer, we're always looking for volunteers. Obviously, we're always looking for donations and help that way as well to support our efforts here as we continue to respond to this flood and have here in the Red River Valley, unfortunately, for the last 10, 15 years.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I'm sure folks at home will be heading over to your website to try and do that. All right now we want to send it over to Todd.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, it's been remarkable seeing how folks band together there in the face of something that's just an incredible force with the water. Now,